about it, right? All right. So, again, my name is Sherrell Martin, and I'm the founder and CEO of Empower to Thrive. And I'm here to help you shift from surviving mode to thriving mode. And it's the key to unlocking your success. So, did you know that according to the SBA, there's over 50% of businesses fail in the first 5 years? Did you know that? How many? And some of the reasons this happens is because people go into business for the wrong reasons. And can you believe that 70% of people have some sort of negative feeling about their jobs? 70%. How many of you knew that? That means that based on those numbers, more than half of you fall into one of those two categories. But I want to help you, keep you from falling into those categories. So I'm going to tell you how to shift from survival mode to thriving mode. And in order to do that, you need to know a few things. So you need to know the 3 things that are keeping you stuck in survival mode, 6 key elements that you can help you thrive in your business or your career, and 6 ways to shift from surviving to thriving. So let's talk about the definition of survival. It's the act of enduring in or through an adverse or unusual circumstance. So as humans, it's our natural ability to endure. By design, we do what we have to do in order to get by or get through. We work with what we have, we deal with what we need to deal with in order to make it through. And we do this in every area of our lives. We do it in our personal lives, with our kids, our family, our homes, our jobs. We say things like, I hate this job, but I gotta pay my bills. We do it in our businesses, we take on clients that we don't wanna work at. Hey, I gotta make payroll next week. We do it in our relationships. I have to stay with him because he takes care of me. We tell ourselves, if I can just get through it, once I get through it, everything will be better. But the problem is it's stuck and we stay there. And here are 3 reasons why. We fear failing. We get scared of the unknown. What if I fail? I don't want to fail and fall flat on my face. I don't want to disappoint. Everybody's dependent on me. We fear success. What if I get too big too fast? How will I manage? I don't think I'm ready. I can't look unprofessional and unorganized. We fear what other people will say. If I fail, they'll say, I told you so, or I knew she couldn't do it. And if you succeed, you're scared that they'll say, what, you think she too good for us now? These are the stories that we tell ourselves. But you have to get past these fears if you want to thrive, because they're holding your back. They're like a ball and chain that you're carrying everywhere you go, with a heavy burden constantly sitting on your shoulders. This was me for a lot of years, for many years. I was one of those people who said, I hate my job. I hate working for other people. I hate feeling undervalued. But I have to support my family. I can't quit my job. What are my parents going to say? What are my friends going to say? What if I fail? Because for me, I didn't have a problem with succeeding. I knew I was good. I had a problem with failing. I have 2 daughters, and I'm responsible for them. My husband's job wasn't enough to sustain the life that we live by himself. How can I put that burden on him? This is what I was telling myself every single day, and every single day I was miserable in my job. I got sick and tired of being sick and tired, working long hours, not getting paid what I felt I was worth, taking a pay cut to get some more work-life balance. Did y'all know that was a myth? That don't really exist. I was fed up. So I took the time to sit down and figure out what I needed to do. Who did I need to be to get out of this rut, to get out of this space, to get out of this situation? And what I found, that there were 6 things that I needed. I needed a plan. I needed to sit down and write out what I wanted to say and create my plan B. Because plan A was not working. Plan A had me stressed out, tired and frustrated, constantly overwhelmed, nowhere to go, miserable every single day, and unhappy with my life. But plan B gave me hope. It ignited a passion in me to be an entrepreneur and look, like one of my good girlfriends says, go for my dreams. I needed a strong support system, because having a support system is not just about family and friends. If you have that, great. It was about new friends and new relationships with other like-minded people, other business people, other business owners who understood my struggle, or other people in a career who are just as career-driven as you are. because they understand your struggle. They understand what you're going through. They can relate. They can give you good, honest, sound advice. My closest friends aren't business-minded. They're comfortable working for somebody else, and that's okay. But that wasn't for me. Now I have another group of friends who I know can hold me accountable when I need it. And I thank God for my wonderful husband, because he constantly tells me that we're a team and that I'm never in this by myself. And he understands and knows that I'm doing everything that I do for our family. I needed to be driven. Having drive is like a match that you light to a fire. I'm one of the most driven people that I know. And when I decided to take a leap of faith and quit my job, it was no longer about me. It was about my family. And they are what keep me determined to make this business everything that I need it to be, everything that I dream it to be. They keep me from not wanting to go back to the job. I want to leave a legacy, and this is what I do. This is what I'm going to do. I needed to be focused. Focus is the key element to staying on the right path. There are all these bright, shiny objects. You see them, they're everywhere. New ideas that seem like they're going to get you where you want to go faster. New ideas that seem like they're going to get you where you want to go easier. But truth be told, if it's too fast or it's real easy, it's not going to last. Keep your eye on the prize and always remember your end game. Always remember your end goal. And make sure that everything you do keeps you in line with reaching that goal. I needed to be confident in whatever I was going to do. Confidence is simply the self-belief that you can deliver your promises and do whatever it is that you say that you're going to do. I remember when I was working at a CPA firm a while back, and my boss he was asking me all these questions, and I was famous for having brain freeze. He asked me a question, I was like a deer in headlights. And he said, and he saw it on my face, and he said, look, if you don't know the answer, say you don't know the answer. And tell them you'll get back to them. You'll figure it out and you'll get back to them. You get much more respect that way. And it is something that has stuck with me, and I've used it in every area of my life, in every area of my business, because it's true. It removes, when you say that, when you own that, and you say, I don't know, I'm gonna find out, I'm gonna let you know. It takes away that fear, and it puts in you some confidence that you're gonna figure it out, and you're gonna be good at it, and you're gonna know what you're talking about. I needed to be passionate. Passion is a byproduct of drive. It's what keeps you going. It keeps you doing what you love. It's the excitement, the enthusiasm that shows up on your face when you talk about what you do. It's the eagerness that shines through when someone asks you about your job or your business. It's the thrill heard in your voice or shown on your face when someone says, I know her, I love her, and they rave about you. You live and you breathe this stuff. Every time someone asks me what I do, I can't wait to tell them everything. Absolutely everything. Then I have to remember there's only so many hours in the day. And they don't really need to know everything, right? So now that I knew what I needed to do and who I needed to be, how was I going to do it? I needed to make a change, and I needed to make a shift and get out of this surviving mode that I had been stuck in so that I can end up in a thriving one. And I found that there are 6 ways to shift. You can transform your thinking. You can have guts, readjust or reposition yourself. Remember your inspiration. Don't veer off course, and then elevate and excel. So transform your thinking. Stop worrying if you're too old or too young, too big or too small, too educated, not educated enough, worried about where you live, is it appropriate, can you really pull this thing off? If you go in it with the mindset that I am awesome and I can do this, you have to have that mindset. Network group, and we meet every single Thursday, and this guy comes in every morning, he says, good morning, you beautiful people, you awesome people. And it gets every single one of us going, every single week. Because he's right, we're awesome, we're amazing, and everybody should know. One of my coaches used to say, if you're the bomb and nobody blows it, you'll blow it by yourself. Have guts. Let me tell you how crazy people thought I was when I decided to quit my job. They said, you're crazy. Are you sure? You got bills, you got expenses, OMG. But I was so certain. And I was a little nervous. I had flips and knots in my stomach. But you know the saying, feel the fear, but do it anyway. And so I did it. Because if I knew if I didn't, nothing would ever change. Not ever. Readjust and reposition yourself. Probably the hardest thing for me. I had a couple of ideas about my business before I finally landed on what I wanted to do. And it requires me to think outside the box. You heard my bio, right? I'm a numbers person. The most boring profession in the world. But I love numbers. Or maybe I love money. But either way, the traditional personality of a number cruncher is not me. I'm different, and I know it. Which means my business has to be different. Which means I have to position myself around other people who are not necessarily the people that I'm comfortable and used to being around. I have to align myself with other professionals who can help me get to where I'm going to go. Positioning is everything. Remember your inspiration. So as I began to do this and continue to do this, I'm always thinking of the bigger picture. It's not about me. It's about my family, who I'm leaving a legacy for. It's about the other business owners that I'm meant to help and serve. They are who and what motivates me. I'm inspired by so many things, but primarily by other people's success. And not just any person, people that I know that struggle. I know how far they've come. Some people like vision boards. Did y'all know those things really work? I created a vision board at Christmas time. I went to Ross, I found this cute little board, got all these magazines, cut all these pictures up, and I created the board. And by the end of January, 2 things on that board have already started and come to fruition. So they really work. You never know what will happen, right? Don't veer off course. This will be the hardest part for you. Don't let anyone or anything take you off course and make you lose your focus. Keep your eye on the prize. So 2 weeks after I left my job, I got hives. Have y'all ever had hives? It's not fun at all. So I said, it has to be God's way of saying, girl, if you don't make a decision about this health insurance, because I had a plan and I had a budget, and what it came back was not in my plan and it was not in my budget. It blew my budget out of water. And I started thinking, wow, maybe I should go back to work. Maybe I didn't think this thing through. I had some good company paid benefits. But, these things happen, and whether big or small, they will happen. I promise you they'll happen. But how you handle them is what determines your success. And finally, elevate and excel. This is all about taking action. Do what you say you're going to do. Don't be a procrastinator saying, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Because truth be told, tomorrow is not promised. I went to a conference last week, and one of the biggest takeaways was, all we have is now.
Amen.
Everything else is grace. That's all we have is right now. So put those systems in place, those processes in place, go after that new job, get that new client, and then rock it out. Because as long as you keep pressing on and keep pressing on, you will soar and you will thrive. So I want to recap real quick because I'm probably running on time. I share with you 3 reasons why you're stuck in the survival mode. Fear of failure, because we don't want to let anyone down. Fear of success, because we're scared and we're not prepared. Fear of what others will say, because we care too much about what other people think. And then I shared 6 things that you need to do to get out of this rut. You need a plan so that you know where you're headed. A good support system to encourage you and keep you uplifted. Drive to want to make a difference and be different and go for your dreams. Focus on your end goal and not let any outside forces cloud your thinking. Confidence in your knowledge, skills, and abilities to be able to push, excel, and soar. Passion to keep you going when things get tough and to be able to go full steam ahead. And lastly, I share with you the 6 ways to shift from surviving to thriving. Transform your thinking from I can't to I will or I have to. Have the guts to do it anyway, no matter what trials come your way. Readjust and reposition to be able to stop and regroup when necessary. Remember, keep the end goal in mind. Remember your inspiration. Know your why because it's bigger than you. Don't fear. Blaze the trail and stay on course. Don't let distractions get in your way. And elevate and excel. Do it now. Define what will work for you and rock it out. The result will be a thriving business or a thriving career. So thank you all for allowing me to share these tips. Feel free to connect with me anywhere in the social world for more tools, tips, and resources on how to make your life and business